Hello everybody, this is TechStack here. Hey, we're sending out the messages, letting everyone know we're streaming. Running very behind today. Had to do some stuff and then needed to finish the update for Windows on my work computer, and that never goes well, right? It ended up updating all the way and still didn't fix the problem. So anyway, we are now ready to go. I'm going to kick off the game here, just so we can get a reference for where I was. Hey, Ramon. Baby, you're first. Tinkerbell, you are not first, actually, tonight. Hey, Eagle. You'll notice that my development environment looks different. So let me get into that first. I've been using Eclipse forever and a day. So I was very familiar with it. Oh, Fusion. Anyway, what I was saying was Ramon. How is that? Oh. Or visit my channel. Okay, sorry. I'm getting lots of messages everywhere. New program. Yeah, so the new program, what that's about is I decided, because I was trying to work on something for this lobby system, right? Where we're going to have the players listed out and have the buttons and everything. I was thinking, oh, we'll use some images for this. Notice that there's no images for this. But the idea was that I was going to have them in here, and in order to do that, it was very complicated, right? Because the method definition in Forge had the crazy parameter names from the program they used to decrypt, or not decrypt it, deobfuscate it, and they were not useful to me, right? I couldn't figure out what they were for. So I wanted to use a new MCP mapping, which is it takes those non-human understandable names and translates them into human understandable ones that the community have decided this is probably what this is for, right? So I had noticed in the newer version that they had made sense of those. Hey, Dr. Lop. And in doing so, my Eclipse IDE environment died. It didn't like it. So I'm like, okay, I'll take another crack at using IntelliJ, which is what we've got on the screen right now. So that's how we got here. It's different. I have to learn a lot, like what all the shortcut keys and stuff are, but in some ways it's better. I can't say it's better in every single way. Now, back to it, because of the I was able to figure out the images, the parameters and everything. I realized it's probably not what we want to do after all, right? Because I was thinking we'd have a button by each player, and that makes no sense, right? After thinking about it deep and long trying to sort through this issue, I realized it's probably better for us to have these buttons all set and at the bottom of the screen, and you just pick which one you want to be on, and it lists what each player's on, right? That's a kind of a different concept. I played with the tact of a watch a lot. His dream, what? A lot of his dream, I still have no idea what he's talking about. I changed which tool I'm using the program, guys. That's the short version. Not an RFF game, an RTS game. That's the idea. Real-time strategy game. Hey, Spiderman. Everyone's here. I love that everyone just like jumped in. Thank you. In fact, here, have some stars for it. So, I'm going to set this to some big value, right? We're going to get this down to the bottom of the screen. So x equals what? The width. No, the height. I'm sorry. We want to do the height, not the x. We want to set the y to height minus some value. Let's do 200. We'll add 200 to Y and see what that does to us. Now, the way Eclipse works when I make a change like that, it would very quickly update the running Minecraft to use that new code. Look at that. Doctor's already getting into the game. I don't know that IDE or IntelliJ is doing it the same speed. No, in this case, not. See, it's not updated yet, and I don't understand why. One class reloaded, it says. But if we try this again, if I go to build, or just build this class, please. That's probably what we want. Recompile that. So it's processing. So this aspect of it's a little slower, and that's not going to be good when we're getting into rendering stuff, right? Because I like to change it on the fly as I'm doing. I don't know if he subbed. If he did, it didn't notify me. What's the stream plugin? Are you talking about the thing at the bottom I dropped the stars? That's stream avatars. Okay, now that time it worked. So this is going to be frustrating for me, right? I got to go back and forth and wait in between. Let's try like 150, right? And let's build this particular class. And I wish there was a shortcut key for this because this seems to be what triggered it to work. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, now we can go in here. Fingers crossed. It worked, but it's not where we wanted to be. So that's why I'm like, this is going to take a while to do stuff. I think they probably should have some space in between them. I think they need to be like down here. So it's going to be like, what, 175 or something then? And then, you know, this is dev and TST. That was me trying to figure out how to make IDE, the IntelliJ tool, update. But this is the basic layout, right? So we're going to have each player's name and red, green, blue, whatever color they're on. Hey, CZ. Change my programming environment, CZ. That's what we've been talking about, basically. Okay, wouldn't let me build it, so let's build that. Okay, and it's still building. Still building. Done. Yeah, sorry, man. My work computer decided to not be able to send and receive emails today, and that's a lot of my job anymore. So that was a big deal, and I needed to get it fixed, so I had to stay over with the support people trying to figure out why it wasn't going to update. And I could hear the guy going, like, he wasn't saying it, but I could hear his thought process, right? And his thought process was, I'll try these 5 or 6 things, they should work, right? He tried them, none of them worked. And then he went into the Windows update screen and said, oh, you're missing some important updates. This is literally what he said to me. You're missing some important updates. That's probably what's wrong. It has nothing to do with what was wrong with my computer. But I couldn't argue with him, right? He's our support team, so he's supposed to know. And he's like, let these run and update the case when it's done, if it works or not. I'm like, okay. So I let them run and I restarted my computer. It took like 3 hours for the thing to update, right? So anyway, enough complaining. Doctor, you've used this thing before, haven't you? You know all the commands already. Yeah, and like the worst of it is, CZ, like this is a new computer for me from work. So like I got it this year and it like fixed all of my problems I was having before, right? My other computer before was slow as a dog, and now it's just lightning fast, except for this. So we're drawing these of height 20. I guess we're about 256 tall, probably. That's what's wrong. Okay, and let's save and recompile yet again. See, Eclipse just did that for me. I don't have to tell it. That's what I liked about the way Clips did it. And maybe I'll switch back. I haven't fully committed to this tool. But when you actually type in code, it's kind of slick. It tells you lots of nice stuff. Okay, we got them at the right height now. So let's try and actually leave them right there, I think. And have... No, it's not Visual Studio. It's IntelliJ IDE. IDEA, I guess it is. I think the only one that's got gear is the dinosaur. I had to do homework at school, so I have to do it at recess because I had 2 class periods. Reaper, to answer your question, it's considered private, but you just have to get on Discord and find the information and get on yourself, right? So he already knows it exists. Okay, so now we need to add one more button. This button should start out disabled if we can. And this other button is going to be ready. And let's clean up the wording on these. They don't need to all scream at us. I was just typing out fast trying to get something set up. So, Doctor, if you do exclamation point extension, you'll see the a tool that lets you do basically everything in it with a website. Okay. Let's quit. Go back into here. I did not change the Y position, did I? Or X position. Save it. See, in Eclipse, I could have restarted that quick enough, probably. Did it rebuild? There you go. So you click that, it's going to ask you for your YouTube thing. It's not my stuff, it's the Stream Avatar stuff. But it links it so that you get this nice... Here, I'll show you on stream. Let me get logged into it. And it's this one. So it gives you this nice window that you can pick which avatar you want. You can click this hamburger menu, go to actions, control your character on the screen, make him jump and all this stuff. You can see the leaderboards, that kind of stuff. So it's just easier and doesn't spam the chat when you want to jump a bunch when there's stars. Cool, man. Let's see. So let's see. Do this update. Oh, you haven't seen the cool part yet, man. We can do battle royales, basketball games, and there's another one, but I can't think of the name of it. I think there's another one. Duels. You can duel people. Okay, ready is there. Green's got a missing case. Why is yellow being hidden by ready? It didn't update it out. Below the stone. It's exclamation point, man. If you want to duel. Build. Yeah, we'll do it here in a bit. There we go. Ready, boom, boom, boom. So select which team, then ready up. Now, I think the way we should do this is ready should not be active until these are there. Oh, ow. So Spooderman, before you accept that duel, and maybe you'll do it before I say anything, you are betting your 400 coins on this duel, and you can't control it. So it's random who will win. Oh boy, he accepts. So if you lose this, you lose all 400. Okay, we gotta watch this duel then, guys. So I'm gonna pull this down where I can see it too. Here they go. Oh, and a miss from below the stone. That's not good. You're at half health almost already, man. Spooderman's gonna win. Oh, he missed though. It's about even. Who put the bomb down? How does that even work when you're doing that? Oh, and the crit! The crit saves Spooderman! Oh, wow. That's too much fun. So that game's not very interactive, right? Doctor, it basically just plays out an animation or whatever, but it's still fun to watch because you don't know who's gonna win. And then the battle royale is kind of similar, right? Everybody battles, but the basketball one is actually interactive. You type commands to angle your shot just right. Okay, so we've got these all lined up where they should be. We need to disable this button though, so I'm not quite sure how to achieve that yet. Maybe we do... See, that is our thing there. So can we say dot active? No. Dot is dot set. No. Yeah, I'm not sure how that got down there. I might have clicked when I was moving the window. Dot active equals false, I guess. Like that. That's a really weird line of code. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Dang it. Okay, does this return the button? Control B, I believe it is. It doesn't say extends widget. Oh, it returns something that extends widget. Okay. So yes, it does. So that means we could do something like this then. There you go. Finally on the leaderboard. 400 of those characters, it might start making your stream lag. So there's a limit inside the stream avatars tool. It says, you know, once there's this many people, not to put any more on the screen or something like that. So they've thought of that. Okay. If I get that many people, then like it might get distracting too. Cool, so ready's not active now. So then we need to keep a reference to this so that we can add it in later. What's the max? More than I'm gonna hit tonight. I don't know what it is exactly though. I just know it's more than I'm gonna hit tonight. Let's resize the window here. Those are a bit far down when you resize it, aren't they? It's not actually taking the size of the screen properly. Oh, because it's initialized. It's not on the redraw. There's no way to do that, right? I think the buttons have to be added in initialization, but let's figure it out. So let's take this piece of code. Yeah, they do, because it's just going to lag out if we do it in the draw. I guess we could reposition them. Okay, so let's do this. Does this support YouTube and Twitch? The stream avatars, yes. It probably supports Twitch a little bit better. The extension thing I showed you has a little, or when I used it last, it had a little bit more features in Twitch. Twitch chat's just a little bit better. They haven't got everything in YouTube. So we need to reference this button, so BTN. And we're actually doing the math to that, so we can take this and I guess we'll have to do this piece back out of there. So this equals the button, so this will be a button. Button, and BTN equals active equals false. All right, and then we'll take this piece of code and throw it into all of these and say true, if that'll let us. I bet it's not, because it's going to say button isn't active, isn't it? So I'm not used to this environment's messages. I don't know what that means, that purple underline. Okay, it's easy. Today's not gonna be like super flashy because we're doing this GUI stuff, right? It's important, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not gonna be like the buildings appearing and all this stuff. That was cool. Did it finish building? No, it's still doing it. There we go. Drum roll, click the button, and then ready appears, right? Because you are on a team now, right? So you can't ready up until you're on a team. Perfect. The next thing we're going to need to do is to actually make these buttons do something on the server, right? Those currently don't do doodly. They're just there for show, for placeholders, for laying out the screen, really, right? So we're going to need a packet, a network packet from this client to the server. So why don't we do that? So we're going to copy this one. What's join do? I'm confused. GUI button. Lobby GUI button, clicked packet to server. Sure. Do you want to add the following file to get? Don't remember and don't ask again. I'm going to use my other tool for this for get still, I think. So button ID we certainly want. These X, Y, and Z position, don't need it because there's no block for this. So we can get rid of that everywhere that it's referenced. Get tile entity, so none of that. And we're just going to call a class somewhere up on like our utilities tool. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. We just need something to do the GUI button handler. Oh. Okay, let's do this. While I start coding for a bit, I'm going to let you guys do basketball. That's the interactive one, right? So in the utilities, lobby button handler, we'll call it. Oh, that's not it. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm still not used to the color scheme of this yet. So public. Can I make the code bigger? It is a bit small. Appearance. Okay, we got people on both sides. I wasn't paying attention. Looks like it. And anyone else that hasn't joined, you can still join a team if you want. So you need to type 2 numbers. The first one's your angle, and the second one's your power from 0 to 100. Hey, Spooderman, you can still join the teams of the basketball if you want. Just join, and then whatever color, red or blue. Ooh, Eagle with nothing but... Well, I guess he banked it, but... That was a good shot, man. Reaper, you gotta be on a team. You gotta say join and then the space and then the color. It's probably under settings, isn't it? Font size. That's better. That's probably more readable then. Eagle again. Eagle, you've been practicing? Good grief, man. Public static. Okay, public static void lobby GUI handler. Okay, and we're going to take a Dr. Mist, looks like. Reaper for the shot, and Eagle Reaper just went straight up and down, didn't do much. But Eagle came close at least. And Eagle is in the lead with 2 guys. You got 3 minutes to beat him here. In Doctor and Reaper, you don't have to wait on Eagle to shoot. You can just keep going. It really doesn't care. Okay, so we're going to pass in a button ID. Wait. Int button ID, and we're going to pass in the player. So player, server player entity. Player. Okay. Spooderman with a score. It's tied up 2-2 now. Lobby. Oops. I want to do utilities. Utilities. Dot lobby. Did I not save utilities? I just missed it. Eagle scored, huh? There we go. We saved it now. Utilities dot. Why can't I find that? Oh, helps if I spell it right. Okay, so that should be passing off to the button handler who clicked the button and what button they clicked. Cool. So now we need to go into our references. Oh, Doctor's in the lead now. Team Blue's in the lead because of Doctor. Nice. Now the winner of this game, I think, gets some of those star points. Both the team and the MVP on that team. So it's to your benefit to be the best player overall. Eagle could still have a comeback here. There's 20 seconds left. He did the math. He got the protractor out, and he tied it up right there. Wow. Now remember from the other day, I think if it's a tied game, it doesn't go through and give you points. I think there has to be a winner, but I could be wrong. Can someone do the math in time? Spooderman for the shot. And time's up. It's a tied game. Wow. Good game, guys. I'll drop stars anyway. Okay, so the GUI buttons are down here. Let's do our lobby buttons. So we're going to copy one of these just so I can cut and paste real quick, and we will just set up a new number. We are GUI button lobby yellow. I guess we'll start with red. Look at all them stars going. Blue. Green. And yellow. And I will do one more. Did I put too many? I did. And that's one thing nice about IntelliJ. It tells me spell check of parts of words when you put them in their own thing. That's cool. And then ready. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now we can hot swap failed. That's fine. We're gonna close up Minecraft anyway because I know we're gonna have to redo this. So we've got this as its own class now. We need to fix this piece of it, appears. That's still incorrect. Just the button. Just the button. Typo in it, that's fine. That's funny though. How do I Alt Shift Enter? Okay. Oops. Button ID. Yeah, what are you airing off for now? I'm not getting it. There's an error somewhere, I'm just not seeing it. We just have to tell it to build. There's nothing in red. Oh, you're out of bomb juice, Reaper. Here. Battle Royale. Here it comes. Kill all. Maybe Mary told everyone that guy got pregnant so she wouldn't have to face the fact that she cheated. Oh! Ramon's not doing so good. I'm not doing so good. Below the stones is also about 50 health. Ouch. And, okay. It's looking like it might be Spooderman. Yep. Or Doctor, because he just picked up the health pack. Oh, Spooderman's gonna get the health. Oh, oh. Oh, Doctor with a win! Nice, man. So that's gonna give you 500 gold. Now, for the first person that finds out what the error is on this screen here. Oh, I bet it's that. Is that? No, it's not that. Because I'm not seeing it. What word is in red on this that I'm not seeing? None of them, right? Tell me what the error is? No. Instructors never used. Well, we'll fix that. I don't know. Maybe it's just airing off because it thinks that it should be used and it's never used. Why is that? Oh, it's not in error. It's in red because it's not in GitHub yet. Okay, we'll fix that later. I don't care about that. So now we need to go mod network. And we need to add in this new one we just created. And it is called this. We'll just copy and paste. It also seems to switch between the windows so much faster than what Eclipse would. Like, it seems more responsive. Like if I told it right now to close every window, it'd do it like that. Eclipse would sit there and think about closing windows. That's just silly. Okay, so now we've got this registered properly. In our lobby then, we can tell it the same type of deal with this, but slightly different, right? So it's not going to be those coordinates on it, right? So we're going to call here, and it's not going to be TE button clicked. It's going to be lobby, relay new, lobby. Don't like that it needs to be case sensitive. It's bad IntelliJ. Get rid of those digits. And not yellow, but GUI button lobby ready. Let's get rid of the log messages because we don't need that anymore. Let's do this, that, and that. And then this part here, GUI. Oops. So this is our red button, so we'll say red. GUI button blue. GUI button green. Can you guess the last one? I'm gonna get a PC because switching tabs is annoying. What, are you in a Mac or something? So that's all correct. This passes it off to this piece, and this piece needs to do a thing. So if we do Control B on this, it'll take us in here. Still using the Eclipse shortcuts because I'm used to them. And they don't do nothing in here. Oh, Android, okay. We don't really have a way of the player changing teams set up today, so this is truly new, so we can't call something else to do it. So we need a switch lowercase, there we go, on button ID. And if it's reference dot those, that's interesting that it knows that I want those. Those aren't it. It's the lobby ones. GUI button lobby. Blue. This would say case. So red, green, yellow. I code a simple game, so I know what some of this is. Okay, man. Cool. Oh, you are back on your back, Reaper. So no more games for you, huh? Ready. Okay, so now we need to do the handling of these situations. Oops. First one, player dot set. Oh, come on. Player dot set team. Team. There's a get team. Okay, so let's do it this way. Scoreboard player team dot. There's nothing that's a global on that or a static on that. Okay, so we might need to find team. Okay, there's lots of places in this class that's team, but I didn't want to search in just this class. How do I search beyond this inside of this tool? Find a path, structure, find X path, search structurally. Not sure what those do. Well, let's go into the code for Minecraft here. Minecraft block client, nope. Realms, it's probably with player or scoreboard. There we go. scoreboard team. Is there a map on this? Membership set. So where is membership set at? Turn. Nothing about setting the team though. Is there a... No. So Clips has something on this there where there's an extra window that you can bring up, but maybe it's just somewhere else. I want to know information about this class, right? Like all of its methods and members and variables. Server scoreboard. On player removed. Add player to team. That's probably what we want. And this is on server scoreboard, and it's not a public, or not a static. Is there an instance variable of this, or how can we reference this? Call hierarchy, please. Navigation bar, declarations or usages. No usages found in the project. Control 7 again to search for projects in the libraries. Okay. What? It should be F7, yeah. Control F7. Nothing. Dang it! Unless debug Tubu version control problems build run. None of those is search. There's our structure. Browse type hierarchy. It is its own thing. The scoreboard itself is a client has objectives, okay. Get or create objectives, nope. Let's get objective. All objectives. Entity has objectives, get or create, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go this way. This is in Java. Minecraft's written in Java. That was server scoreboard. Add player team. Can we please just tell me where this is used? There we go. Oh. Apparently I've already done this, didn't realize it. Ah, okay. Yeah, all programming is pretty similar. You can learn, once you learn one programming language, you just need to go and learn some minor syntax changes, basically. Or get scoreboard, blah, blah, blah. So we need a world, so we gotta get a reference from the world from the player. Player.get.world, get scoreboard player, add player to team, and then we can say player.get cached unique entity. And the team that we're going to add them to is the other piece. And in this case, we're getting a team from where? Team passed in, it looks like. Can we close this hierarchy? It's an actual scoreboard player team. Okay, so where is this called from? Go to declarations or usages. And this is on get team of this. Okay. And that is called from go to declarations or usages. It's player's team from the owner's name. He's just trying to get the star. It's gone now. He'll stop now. Let's do it. Let's just investigate, see if we can find it. Player.world.get scoreboard.get team name. There we go. Red. Yes. We'll probably be working on this for a bit because it's not just the GUI. There's also networking involved in doing it, right? Because the GUI only exists on your computer when you're running Minecraft, right? It doesn't exist on the server. So it doesn't know on the server that a button's clicked unless you send a network packet from the client to the server to say, hey, a button was clicked, and well, by the way, it was button 3. And then it's up to the server to do something with that message. And that's what we're coding up right now, is setting the player on that team when we click that button, when the packet gets to the server. And I'm fully aware that I'm going to regret having, we're not going to do anything with this one yet, fully aware that we need to not have those names spelled out like that. And I did not put the variable for team. So team equals boom. Okay, and we need to do a break at the end of all. Oop, what the heck did it do there? At the end of all these. And please format my code. Cool. Return and void, so we don't need to return anything. It doesn't like that team is referenced there like that because it's already instantiated or declared above. So let's do it this way because I prefer the code to look more organized and uniform. Yeah, we got some errors. Team again. But why? Wrong argument found. I went scoreboard team player. Okay. Scoreboard. Ta-da! The team is based off of scoreboard player team, so it's all fine. Okay, so that should, in theory, work now. The other piece that we need to do back here in lobby is on my player name instead of... Oh, we're already doing it. Awesome. So we're getting my team in a loop that runs constantly when we're on that screen. So if I click those buttons, in theory, if the team actually gets changed, we should see it reflect on the GUI. Running the game, guys, as soon as it starts here. This is why I don't like having to restart the game all the time. Doctor, you gotta give it a target. So somebody's name after dual. So exclamation point dual space name. And I think it also wants an amount. I remember right. And it's the other dual, spelled the other way. That's dual as in two purposes kind of thing. Okay, so I'm on red. It didn't update. Why? Get an error message? You did not. There you go. That should be the right one. Spooderman's still here. And he doesn't think he's here because he hasn't said anything in a while. Big on Reaper. Or Ramon Rodriguez. So, it didn't do it. Why? It's powerful. His ability to hide is strong. Yeah. I think he might have left the chat because he likes to get the points and stuff, so he might have been, might have had to go. So we've got this here. Did we register it? I thought we did. That's not it. Mod network. We did. Okay, let's just put a breakpoint here and click the button, see if it works. And it's flashing at me, so that means it did work. Okay. And I love, so this is cool about IntelliJ, is that it automatically just tells me all the variable names. Congratulations, Blowstone. So where do we step into this piece of code? That's what I need to know. Step over, step into. Okay, what is our button ID? It is 5. So I don't remember what button I clicked on, but we're gonna go for it. Must have been that one. What did it say? Oh, okay. So this should be probably step return. Eagle has challenged Doctor to a duel with a buy-in of 0. Type accept or decline within 30 seconds. Maybe it's my UUID on the server player entity does not exist. Look at this comment that it creates for us. It tells us what the player is. That's awesome. Makes it so much easier. Oh, I'm missing the duel. And Eagle, you didn't do point or exclamation point win. It's not advertising, right? You're just mentioning it because there's no exchange of money or anything. I've seen something about YouTube and the FTC and crap saying that you can't advertise without saying you're advertising and all this junk, and I'm like, okay. Watch video here, what do you mean? Team name blue. Well, why didn't that work? Is it not blue like that? Did I... Oh, that could be. Did I misspell something? Team list? No, it's blue lowercase. Oh. So, Doctor, the reason that it says Below the Stone at the bottom of my stream is Below the Stone Official has a game and he's got it on Kickstarter. And those characters that you see walking around, except for the dinosaur, are from the game. Ah, okay. I gotcha. I must have missed that message. Sorry. Chat's a little bit more active tonight, so it's hard for me to keep up. Not that that's a bad thing. Well, We very well might be on blue, actually. Let's try that. List teams. List blue. No, are we on red? We are in red still, so we're still over the red. Hey, Space Engineers! In Space Engineers, you have a different icon now. You change your avatar and on YouTube. Just remember you being like an orange thing before. Well, let's try it one more time. You know, that makes sense. Let's do yellow. Okay, it's blinking at me. Let's go ahead and let it run. Okay, and close it. And team list yellow. I'm not on yellow. Something's not getting back to the client to say go to yellow. So to control B, this does this, control B. Player name is too long, well, that's definitely not the issue. Get player's team, if it's not null, remove player from that team, put player on the new team. I'm just doing the team membership. And then it returns if it was added. Yes, hi Space Engineers, that's not Reaper. That's the collection stuff, so there's really nothing to that. It'll actually just be there. So there's probably nothing triggered to update to this clients that has that. So if I can find the add team. Wherever it is in here, add player team. If we did go to usages, it's all in my code. In project files. Control Alt F7. There we go. That's what we want to see. Can we do that? Awesome. I don't want to lose that window. So client net handler, handle teams. Okay. Load teams. Team commands. Got it. Fine. There it is. So it does a for loop. Adds them to it. Sends feedback back to the player. It returns a size. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but okay. You know what, that's going to be more exciting for right now. Yeah, let's show that instead. Let's go ahead and quit this, go back in. So when you start up the game, it's intended to be a multiplayer thing. Our world's still not loaded, right? You'll have this lobby. It'll list out all the players that are joining the world. You can pick a team, right? And then after you pick a team, just get past this breakpoint. You can click ready. And that'll close this out if everyone's ready, basically, right? Sorry. Okay, so now we're in the game. Notice that there's all these weird buildings in the world. Not weird, but let's get a town hall. So a classic RTS game usually starts with a home structure that you need to keep. So if we do that, it spawns in that structure. That's our town center. Without a town center, you lose. All structures in this game will have these They look like blocks, but they're not blocks, right? That are the color of the team. So I'm on team red. You can see I can attack these blocks, not break them, but attack them. So as this structure's target entities get destroyed, okay, the structure will start to take damage. Oh, next one. That or I'm not on the right team or something. There we go. So you see it took damage. It's now smoking. There's lots of holes in it. And if we continue to damage it until all of these are destroyed, one more, then it goes into rubble. And then right now, after 30 seconds, although that time will change, the rubble will be destroyed as well. So you want to defend these because, put down another one, and put down a barracks. And I've got this barracks set up with a GUI that I can debug with. So I'm going to change the barrack block to not be on my team, right? I'm on team red right now. It's now currently on team green. So as soon as it spawns its first unit, this guy is going to recognize that, hey, there's a target block there from another, and let me just do this, from another team, and he's going to start going after him, right? So eventually, he's going to destroy all of those target blocks, or the two of them will now, and take this thing out. And I'm going to sit here and watch this, and you'll see it takes damage on its own. Wasn't anything I was doing. Once they kill these next set of blocks. Okay, and they'll just keep going around. I've set them up so they don't need line of sight. That way they can find those blocks on the back of the thing. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's cool, but what if I don't have my block close to my opponent's structures? Or maybe I do. Like, I went through the building to get to that thing. That's cool. Let's kill this. Let's put down this block as mine now, right? So in most RTSs, you can select your units and control them. So let's get a unit to spawn on my team this time. I might have to kill these guys back here. And that's probably good enough. So he's going to fight this out. Let's help him. There. So if I right-click on him, he becomes selected. And if I tell him a spot to go to, he's going to ignore me because there's a bunch of other guys here that he wants to fight first. This current one doesn't override their target. We were going to set up another one that says ignore your current target and go where I say, please. What the heck is that there for? Could you play this in creative? Maybe, but I don't want to from the standpoint of people will just use it to cheat, right? They're going to spawn blocks in and all that stuff, right? I was going out of creative mode too because the guys target you even though you're in creative mode and try and kill you. So you see I issued a command to move right to that location. They will form up in a line, in a formation line. The one guy's in the back because it's an even number of units. Spectator, no, 2. You need to be, it'll probably be played in survival with adventure-like mechanics, meaning you can't break or place blocks. You'll have to use these items to place things. So they're running around in formation. If I rotate them over this way, they will line up in formation that way. Oh, I accidentally clicked on one of them, so they're attacking you. You can also tell them to attack specific entities, right? So, cow, for example, or another minion. Attack that. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get that, but it's not what we're going for. It's not what I'm going for. Reason being, I want you to be part of the battle. These guys will target players that are on enemy teams, and that makes a difference in your battles, right? If you have to compete with a bunch of minions coming at you. No, so survival. Without block place and block break permissions. That's what it's going to be. I'd say adventure mode, but we're having a bug where these can't place the buildings in adventure mode even. Would it be possible? Maybe. I would need to figure out the bug where they're targeting the players in creative mode, even if they're on their team. There you go. That's the basic concept we've got right now. On another world, we've got the structures set up for all of these. So let's do this. I don't know if any of these are going to crash. I don't even remember what they all are. One of them may not even work. So there's our mine site for diamonds. There's our lumber camp. There's our barracks, the actual structure for barracks. This will actually start spawning in units here in a minute, and there's its target blocks. You tried using the controller if you want to perform lots of actions. Yeah. This one doesn't have a structure yet. There's the gold mine site, and the iron mine site, and I think we have a stone mine site. Yep. And I already showed you the town hall one. So those are buildings that we have so far. There's more to come. Each of these are going to be slightly different, right? So this is the red team's banners. There's a green team. There's a yellow team, so on. Do you have miners, worker units, or capable of just doing everything? So my initial thought was to have workers that would build things for you. But I'm not going to go that route because it gives us more entities that we can have in the world as actual fighters, right? So if we had 100 workers building things, that's 100 less fighters that we could have before it starts to lag the game. Yeah, I would have liked to do that, but Minecraft it's Minecraft, right? You get 300 entities in the world and it starts being a little bit laggier. Well, I think I'm going to have to end here, guys. We got a little bit of progress on the lobby screen, which was this first screen here. I want to take it a bit further, probably tomorrow, and actually get these buttons working to change our team. I'm not sure why it's not doing it. It's probably has something to do with it's updated on the server, but not the client or something silly like that. So we'll figure that out tomorrow, though. And I guess if you haven't already, make sure you
subscribe now.
And I'll catch you later. Night, everybody. Yeah, 4 teams is definitely going to make a lot of entities when we have a big match. And it doesn't have to be one person on a team. It could be 4 people on a team even. Thanks, Mike.